morning. It is 5:30 and it is also Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for being here all this time, and whether you're new, whether you've been here since the beginning, I appreciate you so much. So thank you for being here. We are going to be staying home for Thanksgiving, and I thought it would just be fun to vlog. I love cooking for Thanksgiving. I really look forward to this time of year. I like spending all day in the kitchen and just cooking for everybody, so I thought it would be fun to vlog. If you're new to my channel, my name is Allie and I'm an Orlando-based flight attendant, and I vlog about my life as a mom, as a flight attendant. I sprinkle a little bit of lifestyle. I'm taking some time off from work right now, but when I go back to work, I will be bringing you guys along my work trips and everything. So thank you so much for being here and for clicking on this video. I'm doing a devotional right now. I woke up bright and early because I just couldn't sleep. I just decided to just wake up. I think it's because I have so much to do that I'm thinking about. I'm doing a devotional called Triggers. It's a devotional that I did a long time ago, but it's a good devotional about gentle parenting. And I'm not very well educated on gentle parenting and the correct way to do it and everything. So that's why I'm trying to learn about it and trying to just be better as a mom, because my problem, I'll be honest with you, is the yelling. I yell a lot, and I feel like that can cause more harm than good to our children. So I want to work on that. And that's just me being vulnerable and honest. Anyway, I'm gonna get to doing this, and I wanna mop these floors because it's really hard to do it during the day with the kids running around. And then if I do it at night, I'm already tired. So I'm gonna mop the floors this morning, and then I'm gonna get started on the Thanksgiving meals. It is 7:40 a.m., so it's a few hours later. I mopped, I cleaned up a little bit. I still have some more cleaning up to do. I got ready for the day, and then I also filmed a few TikToks just because the boys are asleep and it was just easier to do it that way. My problem with creating content sometimes is that the boys are always screaming in the background, so it's really hard to see what I'm trying to say or hear what I'm trying to say. So they just woke up now, so I'm gonna go get them, and then I'm gonna get started on the creme brulee because it takes so long for it to be ready. And then I'm gonna move on to the rest of the dishes. Starting the creme brulee, but the kids are trying to help me, so it's going to be a little hectic. But you're going to need 6 eggs. So we're gonna separate the egg yolk from the white stuff. And I have this egg separator here.
What white stuff?
The white stuff that's on the egg. And I have this right here to separate them. This is just easier for me. I know there are many ways to do it, but this is just what works for me. I have some whipping cream warming up, some water boiling for a water bath that we're gonna use in a little bit. And I'm going to separate the yolks and put the yolks in here, and then whisk it with some sugar until it's like a pasty, pastel almost type of color. And then I'm going to mix the whipping cream in there and whisk it together. Okay, so I've separated the yolks from the rest of the egg, and I'm just going to save this and use this for dinner, or not dinner, sorry, breakfast. I'm gonna use this to make for breakfast. So always save the egg whites, and then I'm gonna add like half a cup of sugar and then mix or whisk it together.
I got all this joy in my heart, and if it's getting dark, yeah, we can go inside. Baby, won't you hold me tight? I don't need any presents, 'cause I know I have you. I just need you, and I know it will be a magic holiday. Oh, you make it all okay. Oh, it's a magic.
I just realized that the pan that the ramekins, however you say it, are in for the creme brulee is the pan that I'm going to use for the chicken. So I'm going to have to put the chicken in here and let it marinate for a few hours in the meantime. But I also don't have enough pans, I just realized, for the rest of the food. So at some point I'm gonna have to run to Walmart or Publix and see if I can get like the aluminum foil ones and make that work. But right now I'm going to season this young whole chicken. We don't do turkey here, we do chicken. We're not big fans of turkey. Every year I just make a whole chicken. So I'm gonna I'm gonna wash it, pat it, and then season it. And then I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit so that it marinates. Got the chicken in the oven, so it's gonna be there for about an hour at 400 degrees. And then I've got the pasta boiling here. Oh, I should lower this. For the macaroni and cheese that I'm going to make. Okay, I'm organizing the food. So the chicken is in here. This is what it looks like. And the mac and cheese is in here. The ham is in there. I made some corn and I just have it in here. I don't even think I mentioned it, but my brother-in-law is actually flying in, my husband's brother. He is in the US doing some stuff for the military. He's stationed in Japan, but he had some time to be able to spend Thanksgiving with us, so he's coming over. We get to spend Thanksgiving with him. Unfortunately, his family's back in Japan, his wife and kids and stuff, so we can't celebrate with them, but at least he won't be alone during the holidays. So George actually went to the airport to pick him up, so they should be on their way back, and then we're gonna get to eating. It is Friday, and I am getting ready to go to the airport. Not for a work trip, I'm not back to work just yet, but I am going to El Salvador, which is where I'm from, if you didn't know. I'm gonna go to El Salvador for the weekend. My husband's just coming along with me. It's going to be our last getaway for a while, just the two of us. Next year's going to be a very busy year, so it's probably not gonna be happening as often or at all. We'll see how it goes, but it's gonna be a while, so we decided to take advantage and just go visit some family. We're going to head out here just in the next like 20 minutes and head on over to the airport. The loads aren't looking the best, to be honest with you. Going to Fort Lauderdale, we're number 1 and 2 on the standby list. Going to San Salvador from Fort Lauderdale, it's a little tight, so hopefully we make it.
Okay, so we made it on the plane. It's been hectic. I forgot my badge at home, and then just going through the airport was crazy. So thankfully we got seats to Fort Lauderdale. Now we have to go to Fort Lauderdale and hope we have seats to El Salvador, so wish us luck. Okay, so we made it to Fort Lauderdale. It was a very quick 41 or 42 minute flight, something like that. And now we're waiting to get on this flight. It's looking a little tight. 0 open seats. We're 1 and 2 on the standby list, but we just need 2 available seats and then we should be good. But we grabbed some snacks and then we should be boarding pretty soon. Okay, so we got our seats. Thankfully we were able to get on. So now we're just waiting to board and we're gonna land around 2 a.m. because we're a little delayed. The next day. We got in very late last night. Everything was just very slow for some reason after we landed. So we ended up going to sleep around 4:15, 4:30 a.m. and we woke up around 8, so it's just been a very tiring day. We are getting ready to go right now to the beach. We're actually going to go stay at an Airbnb with the family to the beach and hang out and just, you know, enjoy some time together. So I'm getting my stuff ready right now and we're going to head out the door. It's a lot later. We have had such a fun day. We're at the beach right now. We got a really nice ranch here on the beach and it's just so pretty. We have like about an hour and a half left of sunlight, so we decided to come and just hang out by the beach. We went out to eat. We had some seafood. So good. Let me show you guys what the beach looks like. We're in Costa del Sol, which is the beach that I grew up coming to when I lived here. And so many childhood memories are here. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to think that I'm in the country that I was born in, just because I grew up in the US and I was, you know, I wasn't born there, so it just felt very, you know, not home for a while. So it's crazy to be back where I was born. Look at how beautiful this is. The beach has always been my happy place. Okay, so it's the next day and we have had so much fun since we've been here. We spent all day at the beach, all day in the pool. I'm a little burnt. You probably can't tell on camera, but I'm burnt. So is George. We're definitely going to be needing some aloe vera pretty soon, but it's been so much fun and it was so worth it. We had some food, some seafood, and now we're about to go outside to the beach to go look at the sunset. If I can still catch it. Probably not, no.
I think we missed the sunset. But anyway, we leave tonight. Our flight leaves at 2:40 a.m. So technically Monday. And we're going to try to make it home as soon as possible. But we do have to connect though. We have to go to Fort Lauderdale and then Orlando. So we're going to try to make it home. We should be home around 9 a.m. something like that. So everything should be good. And then George is going to go straight to work, which I feel really bad for him, but should be fun. We're going to leave the beach pretty soon and then head on over back to my cousin's house and just hang out until it's time to go to the airport. It is a little later. We made it on the flight to Fort Lauderdale, which is nice. But now we're trying to get on the flight to Orlando. We had to check in our bags, so we're taking a little bit longer. It's going to be a little bit close, so I'm not sure if we're going to make it on the flight to Orlando. So if not, we're going to have to rent a car and then drive to Orlando. So hopefully we make it on. So after looking at our options, we decided to take the Bright Line over to Orlando. It's pretty much a new train that, it's a fast train that goes to Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Orlando, and I forget which other one, but Boca Raton. So we're gonna go on that now and go home. I don't know if you guys can hear me because the music's pretty loud, but we're waiting for our train. It's a little bit delayed by like 15 minutes, so not that big of a deal. But the station is really nice. It's very, very nice. It's very clean, very organized. And I'm really glad that they did this because if not, we would have had to drive like 3 hours. And no, not after the night that we've had. Well, after almost 12 hours of traveling, we finally made it to Orlando. That was a really nice ride. It was a lot longer than I expected, but it was just better to do that instead of driving while being very tired with very little sleep. So we just felt like it was the safest route, but it was nice. It was a nice experience. I took a little bit of a nap. Now we're walking from Terminal C all the way to Terminal A. I think that's where we parked. And then we're gonna go home and see our babies.